everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I really don't know how it's going to end up being like. I just wanted to turn on the camera, talk a little bit. I've been meaning to get started on that turtle series where I make a few different turtles from different designers and then share my thoughts with them, with you all, but I just haven't gotten around to doing it. And then, you know, I sat down, I looked up some designers, I grabbed some patterns, I've organized myself, and I'm like, but how am I going to organize all of that? Like, will I finish one of the patterns and then talk about the designer and that pattern and film that? Or just make all of them, write down my notes, and then have a major video? So I don't know. I don't know how it's going to end up looking. All I know is that we are going to talk about turtles today. I'm going to show you some yarn that I got. It's not a yarn haul. It's just that I needed some yarn. But the reason I needed yarn is because I don't know how to count. I don't know how to add. I apparently don't know anything about math ever since I started crocheting. Because the reason I got 2 orders that I had to specifically put in, it was because I thought that the yarn wasn't going to be enough. Actually, it's 3. One, I thought 2 of those I knew, or I thought I knew, that the yarn wasn't going to be enough. And another one, I thought I had enough yarn, but apparently I didn't. So that's why we have we have 3 packages to open up. One was I wanted to buy it to try it out. Let's get started with that. Then we'll ease into what I've been doing, I've been working on. This, as I mentioned, this video, I don't know how it's going to end up looking. Maybe it'll be more like a sort of a snippet, a collection of update videos all together. We'll see. The first package is from Premier. And the reason I had to order from Premier was because I'm making myself a Ruana. It's like a cardigan, but not it's like a short-sleeved cardigan for summer. And I'm making it with Hipster cotton. And apparently my math wasn't mathing the day that I put in the order for the original skeins, because I basically ordered half of the total amount of yarn thinking that I was going to have enough to make it, but no. So I had to put an order for the other batch of colors. And then since I've been making Buster, I grabbed, and I hope I don't come to regret this, I grabbed 2 rolls of Little Bunny in black, because Buster, this is how he looks with Little Bunny. This color is Seaside, if I'm not mistaken. And it's a very beginner-friendly approach to faux fur yarn. This is how he looks with even fluffier. Hands down, I love this. So I got 2 of those in hopes of making another one with a black, it's not a mane because it's not a lion, but black fur. We'll see how it goes. All right, and the other color, the other yarn that I grabbed is the Premier Basix in Crepe. So I got 2 of those. The reason being, if you saw my everything I made or what I'm doing in May video, you know that I, at some point in time, thought about making some stockings, you know, that reflected, I love purple, one of my sons loves green, the other loves blue, my husband loves blue. So
taking our favorite colors and turning them into a stocking. But I just, like, I started one, but I just never got around to actually finishing it. And instead of like letting it sit there in hopes that, man, you know, one day I'm going to make the stocking, I just took the stocking apart, and then I have about, yeah, I have two rolls just like these in those 4 different colors. And what I'm going to do is, at some point, I'm going to make a blanket with those colors, and I hope that it turns out pretty, because I kind of have this idea that it'll be like a decorative throw on our couch. So yeah, I'm actually excited. It's been a while since I've worked with worsted weight yarn. Actually, no, it's been only a month, because I made a scarf with worsted weight yarn. I actually don't mind worsted weight yarn if it's Premier, because it's softer. I've tried, you know, Lion brand, I've tried Red Heart, and it's honestly like, it's to me, it's scratchy. This one, not so much. So that's what I got from Premier. The other 2 are from Lion brand yarn. This was another order where I was like, do I have enough? And no, I did not have. This order was specifically that I thought I did not have enough. Turns out that I did have enough. So this one has cotton yarn. This is 24/7 from Lion brand, and the color is vintage lilac. I went through a phase with this yarn that I just had basically a roll of each of the colors, because this type of cotton yarn, it's 100% mercerized cotton. If you make coasters, if you make pop pads, or you're making tablecloths, or, you know, like table centerpieces, if you make the pattern, whichever it is, with this one, your stitches are going to look pristine, because it's just how this yarn is. It's like almost magic. If you look over here, that's my kitchen curtain. Well, it's repurposed, but the pattern is my Simple Farmhouse crochet curtain, crochet kitchen curtain. It's totally adjustable. You can make it for your kitchen window, bathroom window, basically for any window. Since I wasn't using it anymore in the kitchen, I just like brought it over here just to have a little bit of privacy on that window. But this curtain in the wash about 4 times already. It's been a year since I made it. The color is still vibrant. The stitches are still detailed. It's just a great yarn. Now, why did I order this yarn? Just one roll of it. Well, because I was looking around for a summer hat. Summer has been pretty busy hustling the boys back and forth from swim meets. And, you know, from time to time, even though there's like the bleachers and whatnot, I don't want to get too sunburned. So I looked online and I found a gorgeous summer hat pattern. The pattern, not only was it gorgeous, it was just perfect, because the designer specifically mentioned that you'd need X amount of these same rolls to make a hat. But I second guessed myself and had to buy another one. Let me show you. All right, so let me show you. I'm not done. I mean, it's done. I just need to like finesse. Probably going to have to find a way to sort of block it so that it looks all straightened out. But for the most part, this is how it looks. I know it doesn't look like much right now, but trust the process. So the hat per se, the summer hat, has 3 variations. You can make it as sort of like a bucket hat. You can make it with a bucket hat with a slightly wider brim, and then like the extra width is extra. What I mean by this is that once you make it, if you're making a bucket hat, it would stop right about here. If you're making a short brim, it would be over here. And if you're making the extra brim, which is what I did, it would be like over here. I wanted to make the extra one because I just want to have like, this in Texas. I just kind of wanted to have like extra coverage. And the designer specifically said that if you're making the extra one, you just need 2 rolls. So I had 2 rolls and I placed an order for an extra one because I thought that I wasn't going to have enough. Turns out I did have enough. So now, that roll is going to go into my bin with the similar cotton yarn that I have, and hopefully I'll make some coasters or something with it. Now, why did I get this faux fur? The same reason. I thought that Buster required more of the faux fur yarn, of this yarn, but it turns out that no, 1 roll was enough. So, if there's anything that we can learn from this is either go back to math 101 or to, like, you know, before buying something, make sure you have your numbers correct. So yeah, I wanna show you, even though it's not done. Okay, I'm not mad. I know it's not finished, but yeah, I love it. I just don't know. There's just something about it that makes me seem like, well, like I'm, you know, all fancy and sophisticated. Now, I do need to finish the wire part. It's already been added in. I just need to finish it off, like make sure that it's all stretched out, that, you know, my brim isn't twisted or anything. And then once I'm done with that, it'll be done. It'll be done. The pattern does have the, ooh, and I need to weave that end in. The pattern does have, like, you have the option of not using the metal wire. I wanted to go down that route, but it just kept on getting in my face. So I was like, okay, let's do this. Let's do this. And I'm sorry, but I'm just too excited for this. So now that I've tamed my hair, let's open up the last box. Now this one, it wasn't because I did not know how to count. It was more that I got a hefty coupon or gift card, and the reason I got this was because Lion Brand, at the moment that I purchased, it was buy one get one 50% off, and I've been meaning to try CoverStory. So let's open up the box. So I got 4 rolls, and to be honest, I think it was pretty cheap. CoverStory, yes. Okay, so it doesn't give me any pricing, but oh. It's similar to Bernat. This is the color Mermaid, and oh, it has 300 grams, which is basically the same as Bernat. Wow, I'm excited. So, so I've been wanting to like test it out. Maybe I'll make one of the turtles that I'm supposed to be making with it, but I kind of wish I had gotten more, because this is super soft and this color is amazing. I got, that one is Mermaid, Rainbow. Look at that. This one is Fairy Garden, Cosmos. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Truly, the pictures online do not make, no, I love this. Yes, I know, I'm kind of having a moment with, but it's super soft. The colors, just look at that. Navy mixed with like green, purple, well not purple, but like hot pink, orange, light blue. I'm excited. I want to make something quick with this. meaning to try it out. I know that Mom Stitchetti likes to use this color, not the color, the brand. And I was like, okay, you know, let's try it. Let's try and find another yarn that's similar. Let's try and find another yarn that's similar to Bernat Blanket, but that's not Bernat Blanket, and it's variegated. So, all right, so now that we finished talking about yarn, well, not like if we're talking about crochet, are we ever really not like done with talking about yarn? I don't think so. Full disclosure, coming off of May where I worked on my whips and I scaled back the amount of pattern tests that I signed up for, I am, you know, just like coasting into June. At the moment that I'm filming this part, it's June 12th, so almost halfway through the month, and I've made different projects and I have pattern tested, and I've only made like 3 or 4 plushies, and that's okay. That is okay, because I've been working on my summer hat. I've been working on my summer wrap. I've also gone in and revamped my Buster Buffalo pattern. So I have been like creating, I have made some turtles. I have started on a blanket that I'm pattern testing as well. So I've been busy. It's just that it's been different. Now, of the plushies that I've made so far, and I may be biased, but Buster is my favorite. I may be biased, it's my pattern, I know, but I just love him. Let's talk a little bit about the sea turtles that I have been able to make. This cutie cookie is by Naughty Baubles, and it's her cookie sea turtle pattern. I pattern tested for her, and at the moment I was like inspired for like a chocolate chip peanut butter cookie, and here she is. The eyes are by me, and I love how that like yellow sparkle matches like the yellow tone on the peanut butter chips, or what are supposed to be peanut butter chips. And then I made this one. This is for me. Like, I know you've seen this turtle before, I know, but I just can't get over how gorgeous the pattern is. So normally I go for like bright, bold, fun colors, but this time I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try and make her more on the neutral side, and I have to admit, I'm kind of obsessed with her. I am. Now, those are 2 sea turtles that I've made. You've heard me talk about revamping some of my patterns, like going over, making sure they're each in their like, they're all in the same format. So even though Tara and Tara Net were like recent patterns, I'm still like, I went over them. I made, this is Tara Net, Tara, and hopefully you can keep a secret. This is the shell for Tirana, which will be bigger than Tara. I need to finish that. You know, that's another thing that like, I haven't been crafting like a lot, like that you'll be able to see the finished product, but I've been crafting a bunch of things. I just haven't been able to like finish them. But we'll get there, we'll get there. So I made 2 of those, and this is actually the shell of, ooh, that is bright. This is the shell for a rose turtle that I'm going to make. This will be part of like the turtle series, or however it ends up being shared. So the pattern is handmade by AV, and I'm excited to make that turtle shell, like the rose turtle, because it just looks more often than not that happens. I have like a mini heart attack whenever like the ka-ching comes through, but yay. I just didn't think it, like, I accidentally filmed myself with that. So the shell just looked, the rose turtle just looks so perfect. The other thing that I've been working on, you can kind of see it over here. I'm working on another pattern test for Maddie's Crochet Corner, or yeah, Maddie's Crochet Corner, and it's this adorable little frog with like a daisy flower, like he's holding it. It kind of seems like I'm all over the place. It probably is because I'm all over the place, but I love it. I really do. I love it. So let's see what else I have to share when we check back in. Hi. So yeah, change of venue, but it's because, and I thought I would bring you guys along with me. I'm going to, sorry about the neighbor, mowing the lawn. Hopefully you can still hear me quite well. So I thought I would take you along to this massive, so I'm with my kiddos outside as well. They're blowing bubbles and all that good stuff, just enjoying the sunshine. So the day that I decide to record outside, everyone and their neighbor is mowing the lawn or doing some sort of like heavy machinery work. But so the whole thing is I plan on taking you along with how I take my pictures, specifically because I've realized that I have a bunch of plushies that I have not yet listed on Etsy, and I really need to move these plushies out so that I can continue to create, because I already have 3 boxes full of plushies. And yeah, here, let me show you. So it's those 3 boxes. They're stuffed. It's not like, oh, they're just like, it's not that they're all cozy in there. No, they're like stuffed, like, you know, sardines. So I'm gonna put you on fast forward and hope you enjoy the show. So basically that's what I do when taking pictures of, be it final photos for a pattern or because I'm pattern testing. I always take my pictures on, like, in front of my my plant wall, because I get lots of natural light, and then because the background is like warm gray, not warm grays, warm browns, and it has a bit of green, I feel like it makes the pictures, well, not the pictures, the plushies pop out and stand out even more. I recycle, so whatever pictures I use for social media are the same pictures that I use for my listings on Etsy. I do try, and this is, you know, just a little bit of research that I've been doing, is that you get 10 available spaces for pictures, so try and fill up those spaces as much as you can. So you'll see that if, like, a listing has been sitting around on my Etsy, you'll see that it'll look slightly different, but it's because maybe I took pictures 3 months ago and I've included those, and then I've updated some pictures and I'll include those as well. If you can add a video to it, all the better. I am not a master at Etsy. I've just been doing a bit of research because I need to, I really need to move. I need to rehome some of these plushies so that I can have more space to make more. Who doesn't love more, the opportunity to crochet more? So I didn't want to like film the entire process. I have not even made a dent in the first box, but just wanted to give you like that overview. If you saw in the clip, right now I'm filming and I'm just like trusting the process because I can't see myself on the little thing. So if I'm like, whoa, she's out of focus or she's not entirely in frame, apologies. So when I take pictures, I either take them early in the morning, like 8, 9, 10 p.m. Right now it's like 10:16, and you'll see that I have like this shock of sunlight over here. That's usually a sign for me to like stop because I don't want that harsh sunlight in my pictures. After that, so if it's not in the morning, it's like during golden hour, so like between 4 and 6 p.m. is the other time that I usually try and take most of my pictures as well. So just to give you a little glimpse, because I gave you the sped up version. So I try always to like have my plushies held out like that, and I don't want it here because yes, you see all the bright fun colors, but it's also kind of harsh, and then when you're editing it, it doesn't look too good. So I try to ease over here. I still get quite a bit of sunlight onto the plushie that you can pick out all the colors, and as I mentioned, I have, you know, terracotta colors, brown, spots of like red and green, and over here I have this like gorgeous purplish. But the reason for that is not only because I love plants and they're pretty, but it's also that it helps kind of like oomph. It kind of helps like give that the plushie that extra little oomph to stand out. I have been known as the plant wall lady. I think like 2 or 3 people messaged me and they're like, "Oh, you're the person behind having, you know, those gorgeous pictures." Well, yeah, that's me. So whenever I am taking pictures or final videos of a plushie, I try to get as much pictures that they look different. It's not like, oh, she has 10 pictures and they're all like here, like here, like here, like no. Try and like, sometimes I'll even, if it's a small plushie, I'll like sit them on the shelf just to get a little bit of, you know, of a difference. And then if you saw, I only take my pictures with my phone. I don't use a camera. I could use a camera, but I just don't. And I'll edit it right on my phone. And then if I'm gonna use it as a picture for an Etsy listing, I'll use that. Or if it's like, you know, I filmed a short video clip with it, I'll use it as a reel for Instagram, or even as a short for Instagram, for YouTube, which if you don't know, I do have a bunch of shorts on YouTube. So yeah, this was not like a totally intended purpose for this video, but it helps. This is what I do. I would say it's low budget because I don't have to invest in a phone because I already have a phone, and I'm going outside to this wall that has already been there. I did not make it specifically for taking pictures. It's just to pretty up my home. So you don't have to have a plant wall. You can have a basic It can just be like an outside wall that you can take pictures. It really is just finding the right place with the right amount of sunlight to take your pictures and be as creative as possible with your pictures. And then you don't have to be a master at like Photo Room or Photoshop or that sort of thing. You can just grab your phone. Here's a little trick. So I just took that picture of one of my turtles. Well, that's a video, but here's a picture of it, okay? I'm going to hit edit. I don't have any fancy extra app or anything. So I'm gonna hit edit. And then here, you can definitely just play around with the different toggles, or toggle with the different settings for like highlights, exposure, that sort of thing. You can definitely play around with that. But here's a cheat. I hit auto. If I like what I see, I'll definitely use that. If I don't, I'll just move around and my dials will be different because I hit auto. And I'm like, okay, I would like for it to be more vibrant. So I go to vibrant and then just move the dial until I'm satisfied with what I see on the picture. I'm gonna put the shadows slightly darker and the exposure, I'm going to move it slightly like that. It was what, 2-3 minutes? Well, not even that. It doesn't have to be, you don't need a course in how to take pictures or how to edit them or anything. Just be creative. Be true to yourself in the sense of, this is my style of taking pictures. This is what I have to work with. And go up, take the picture, and stand out with them. That's a bit like my 2 cents of how to take good pictures for your plushies or for whatever you're selling, whatever it is you want to have like a really nice photo. Go outside if you can. Inside, when I started out with crocheting and I wanted to like take great final photos, I did it inside. What did I do? If I was in a room that had 5 different lamps, I would turn all of them on at the same time, and that would give me like some nice lighting. It also gave me, since these lamps were like at different points in the room, it gave me the ability of having like shadows and like highlights and all that good stuff. So it did help. So it is very hot. Very hot. I feel like I'm melting. So you can take your pictures inside. Just make sure that it's a clean place. It's an area, it's a spot in your house or outside your home that can definitely help with like showcasing your plushie. And after you've done that, just give them a little edit. You saw, I showed you on my phone. It's the same if you have an iPhone or an Android. I think it's a gallery and whatnot. But if you click on the photos icon, you'll see all my listings. Well, not listings, all my pictures. Just give them a little like once over with the editing part. It's the same app. I'm not using a different app, although there are other apps that can help you do the same. And there's a nifty trick, at least with like the Photos app on an iPhone, is that you can copy the edits. So let's say that I love the settings and I love how the edits were done here. I can just go up here, click on the 3 little dots over here. I can click on copy edits, but since this one isn't edited, I can't do that. You can copy edits, and then you can just like swipe through your photos and paste the edits. That works wonders when I've been pattern testing or when I've designed patterns and I just want to have like some nice cohesive photos. Even if I took the photos on the same day, I want them all to look as awesome, as cohesive as possible. So what I do is I'll copy the edits, paste them, and that's it. So this was kind of an impromptu video where I talked about how I do not know how to count. We talked about some yarn. We've talked about things that I should be doing but I haven't gotten around to doing. We had a little impromptu how to take better pictures, how to edit pictures sort of thing. So yeah, this is the end of today's video. Stay tuned because I do plan on putting out videos a bit more frequently. because I love talking about crochet. I love talking about yarn, and I just love talking because I do. I do a lot. So yeah, if you like today's video, please consider subscribing to my channel or liking the video, leaving a comment down below if you would like a more in-depth video on how to, yeah, he's like and subscribe. If you like a more like step-by-step approach to how to take pictures for your Etsy listings or for your just to share on social media, please leave a comment down below with that, like, hey, you know, could we have like how to take a picture sort of video, and we'll get that rolling. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Lori, the face behind Entre Tejidos Crochet, and I'll see you back soon. Bye.